What is going on, YouTube? And as you can see from the screen, or maybe you don't know, I am going to be doing a quick casual review on Silent Hill 2, the remake, remaster, whatever you want to call it, right? I think it's really, I'll call it a remake. On PS5, I just beat it not too long ago. The ending, it's on my YouTube channel, so I do have some gameplay. I do have the ending. I thought this game was very, very nice. I never played the original. I am not a horror games type of person, but I decided to get this game. Everybody was talking about it. I got this game at full price, digital, $69.99. And so I will be talking about it and see if it's worth it for you guys or not. So first things first, it is the new generation PlayStation 5. We gotta talk graphics. Graphically, this game, as you guys can see, that's one of the cutscenes. Graphically, this game is very impressive. I liked it. I liked it. There was a lot of detail in the environments. The environments are what shines in this game. This game shines from the environments. The environments in this game are crazy. The amount of detail they put in each room, in hotel rooms, in lobbies, in rooms you see freaking microwaves, fridge, little things. The details in each room is very, very, very insane. The lighting is great. So graphically, this game is really, really good. There are some parts, of course, where graphically is not very good looking per se, but overall, as a video game, this game pulls out all the stops for graphics overall. I think it's very, very good. The animation is very, very good. Um, the environments, once again, I have to overemphasize the environments. Graphically, it is really, really good. Besides the fog, of course, you're gonna get the fog because it's Silent Hill, but graphically, this game, I'll say an easy 9.5 out of 10. 9.5 out of 10 when it comes to graphics. Awesome. Let's talk about sound. When it comes to sound on a horror game, you have to be very, very careful. And I think these people nail the sound. They nail the sound. Soundtrack is very good. Soundtrack is very, very creepy. The sound design is very good. You can hear a monster or something coming from somewhere. Also in here, what gameplay wise, which I'll get to in a bit, gameplay wise, but sound wise, in your controller, if you're not playing with headphones, in your controller, the controller speaker, if you're playing on PlayStation 5, you get like a radio sound, like a kind of like a white noise, which means that an enemy is nearby. So that lets you know, like, hey, there's an enemy nearby, and then you gotta look for it. And the enemy might be hiding in like the worst spots, and they get you. I got jump scared quite a lot in this game. More towards the middle and ending, you see an enemy type that is really going to scare you because of the way they are and the way they hide, and it's very nice. So sound wise, guys, 10 out of 10. They nailed it. Very good on the sound. Playing it with headphones, if you're into horror games, is a must. I am not too much into horror games, but I enjoy it. And if they give me an easier difficulty that I can, survive, that's great. So let's get into what's that word? Accessibility. That's the word I'm looking for. Accessibility. This game is extremely, extremely accessible to anybody from casuals like me of horror games to hardcore players. It is accessible all the way. So at the beginning of the game, you put your difficulty. You can change it. Thankfully, you can change it, right? You can change the difficulty from there's light, normal, and hard, right? When it comes to the combat here, it's very simple, but I'll get to that in a bit. Let me see if I can fast forward this video here a bit so you can get more action. Let's see. That's a bit better. Maybe towards here. Maybe towards a bit more. So we get out of here. We get out of this hotel section. Let's go a little bit. There you go. That's better. Okay. So like I was saying, game I was in sound, game. Oh, accessibility. I was in accessibility. Sorry, guys. I don't write anything down. I improv my reviews. So accessibility. This game is extremely accessible. If you're a casual gamer and you don't like survival horrors that much, or it's not that you don't like it. It's just that you're not very good at them per se. This game is very accessible. Just go and hit the light difficulty mode. You're going to get plenty of health items. You're going to get plenty of help from the game so that you can proceed on and not get killed easily and stuff like that, because the combat can be a bit tricky, and if you're a casual then you might not enjoy it as much because you'll be dying a lot, right? You don't want that. So accessibility wise is great. Also, when it comes to puzzles, I hate puzzles. I can't stand puzzles in a game. I don't like thinking. I don't like figuring things out. That's just me. You give me a simple puzzle and you guide me kind of through it. I'm one of those people that they want their hand held when it comes to puzzles, or I need somebody to help me out, or I find YouTube. There was a couple of spots that I got stuck and I had to go to YouTube for help. I had to go to Google. Thankfully, there's a lot of people that have videos on puzzles and figuring things out, and I just couldn't because that's just me. So there's also a difficulty when it comes to puzzles where it says light, whereas they don't put the puzzle as hard as like in the normal difficulty mode or like in a harder difficulty mode, right? Like instead of figuring all these things out, you just figure a couple things and boom, you're good to go. So even on the puzzles, they give you accessibility, which is great, and I think I really love that a lot. So that's that. Accessibility wise, this game is a 10 out of 10. I loved it, right? For casual gamers like me, when it comes to horror games, they pretty much hold your hand when it comes to puzzles a bit more. So that's accessibility. Let's talk gameplay now. Let's get into the hefty of the video game itself gameplay. So as you can see, you do have weapons to defend yourself. You do have weapons. You get like 4 or 5 weapons in total in the game. I believe it's around 4. It's around 4 weapons. Let me see. 1, 2, I don't want to spoil them, so let me just count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. You get 4 weapons, and then you have 1 melee weapon basically all throughout the game, which is that steel pipe. Only at the beginning of the game you get a wooden plank. After you get the wooden plank, you start walking around, you find a steel pipe, and that steel pipe is with you throughout the whole game right until the ending, and it's going to be very useful when it comes to some boss fights, which I'll talk about. So gameplay is pretty much that. You have exploring, so you have to explore the city, what's going on in Silent Hill and all of that. So you got exploring, you got puzzles, right? You got to figure out puzzles to keep on going with the game, to keep on going to the next area. And then you have your combat. Combat, I do have to say this game is a little clunky. It's not the best at, right? But obviously this guy is not a cop. This guy's not trained, so it makes sense that he's clunky with the weapons. It makes sense that he's not very good when it comes to fighting whatever these things are. So combat is not the best. And then when it comes to getting health, you have to explore. If you have this on normal difficulty, you're going to have to explore a little bit more so you can get more health. This is more of a survivor horror game. So you do have to search for bullets. You do have to search for health. So if you're not too good at searching, or you just want to play the game, stuff like that, then I suggest you put everything on light so you can just enjoy the game. But at the same time, you still have to explore. But this game, the environments just make you want to explore. Even though it's horror, trust me, even though it's horror, but the game does make you want to go and explore more of these areas. There's hotels, there is the ranch at the beginning, there is like a labyrinth type of place. Like this game has a lot of cool looking areas for you to explore. It gets crazy psychological towards the end. You guys are going to enjoy this game, right? So as far as gameplay, I think that's pretty much it. So as you saw right there, I drank. So you have health wise, you have like a drink, and then you have like a syringe. The syringe obviously gives you more health than the drink. So you have to explore, you have to open cabinets so that you can get bullets, so that you can get health, and always look at the map, right? When you go press the up D-pad, that's going to be basically your mini map. There's no mini map here showing you where to go on the screen. You have to look at your map, figure out where you are and where you need to go. In the map, it tells you where you have to go. It gives you hints. Okay, you should go here. They give you a question mark. So the map, when you press the up D-pad, is really your navigation assistance. Basically, I use that map quite a lot. I have to say I use that map quite a lot. But yeah, that's as far as see, as you can see right there, it kind of basically tells you where to go. Like it circles stuff. If it has a check mark, it means that you already visited that place. So there's nothing that you have to do there again. As you can see also there, the enemies are pretty creepy. They'll be crawling on the floor. It's really creepy, guys. It's really creepy. So that's as far as gameplay goes. As far as how long the game is, I know a lot of you worry about length of games. Is it worth my $70? This game took me personally, I do take a little bit longer, this and that, but I'll say an average of 12 to 17 to 18 hours is what this game is. It took me 15. There are some people that are maybe even more casual than me that might take longer with the game, trying to figure out some puzzles. So it might take you 3 hours more around there. But the game is looking, if you're very good at this type of game, you're good at puzzles, you can do this game in 12 hours. If you're more of a casual, it's gonna take you probably 16 to 18 hours to beat this game. Now it's really up to you guys if you think that a $70 game, that if an 18-hour game is worth $70 to you guys. Now, to me, I think it was very well worth it. Even though to me it's going to be a one-time playthrough, it does have New Game Plus, meaning you beat the game and then you start the game over with the same stuff that you had before, the same guns, the same everything, and then you can play through the game again. If you're interested in doing that, then your money is gonna be worth even more. So, not to me when it comes to horror games. To me, it's more of a one-time playthrough. I enjoy the game. Maybe I'll go back to it after, but I don't know. To me, horror games are just a one-time playthrough, and that's about it. So is the game worth $70 to you guys? That's really up to you. To me, I think it is, but I think it's even better if you get it on sale. If it's for $50 or less, it is a steal. Now, it is worth $70, at least to me. Gameplay is fun. It is very engaging if you're playing with others, and then so that you can, one person is playing, for example, and then your girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever is watching you, and then you guys are interacting. I think it's going to be more of a fun experience. There are some cutscenes here that are pretty nasty. It's gory, it's creepy. Oh, let me talk about boss fights. So boss fights are, so the boss doesn't have a health bar. There are even some bosses that even by shooting you don't do anything. So all you have to do is just escape them, like just run away. It really depends on the boss that you're fighting, and you'll see it as you approach them, right? But the way they look graphically is really insane. So if you have played the original Silent Hill 2 on PS2, I highly suggest that you get this remaster, this remake, because it's like a brand new game. Trust me, it's like a brand new game. I never played it, so to me it was a first experience. So I enjoyed it all the way through. And but if you have played the original, I highly suggest you guys get this, because it is very well produced, very well written. The story is insane. Even if you haven't played the original, I suggest you guys get this horror game. I think you guys are going to enjoy it. To me, it's recommended. Silent Hill 2 on PS5, guys. Completely recommended. Let me know if you guys are going to get it. Let me know if you guys got it. Let me know if you guys are into horror games. If you're a casual, if you're a hardcore, let me know down in the comments below what you guys think of this game. To me, it was amazing. It was a really, really good game. To me, it was worth my money. And let's see. I want to hear your thoughts on the comments down below, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it, guys. If you have not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, follow me down on Instagram. I'm trying to interact more with you guys there on that social media. Thank you guys so much for watching Gaming with G. Stay tuned for more videos on Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I'll be getting that day 1 that's coming out February 4th. I'll be getting that. I'll be publishing part 1, the first hour of that game, and then my first impressions, and then some more gameplay for you guys so you guys can see my reactions. And I hope you guys enjoyed this Silent Hill 2 review. I will see you guys on the next video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Thank you so much. It is all thanks to you guys. Peace out.